Welcome into MVI Live's exclusive coverage of the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League Girls Draft here from Cedar Brook Golf Course. I am Mon Valley Independent Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron, joined by Sports Editor Jeremy Slew. Jeremy, good to see you today.
I am the vacationing.
I know you're vacationing. Editor. You've told me at least 12 times today. Jeremy is on vacation, but he is still here.
I am here.
For the girls' draft. Very exciting night as Cedar Brook, of course, has the number one pick here in the girls' draft for 2021. Exciting to see who gets picked here in the first round, and this very talented crop of draft prospects, where they go.
The first thing we got to talk about is Cedar Brook has a new coach.
Yep.
Mariah Ward, former Monessen standout.
She is in the house.
She is here. She's an assistant coach at Penn Hills. So good basketball knowledge, obviously. She also coaches for the Western PA Bruins, so she knows the game. Mm-hmm. So she's I'm sure she's scouted over all the prospects here that are on our massive list of the girls that tried out. So I'm sure she's eager to get this thing started. But, yeah, it's a talented list, and I'm eager to see where everybody falls.
Yeah, and you mentioned Mariah Ward does have the number one overall pick in this draft, and she's on the clock, and she's ready to make her selection.
Here she comes. She's repping the Monessen basketball shirt. I see. Okay.
For the first round pick, for Coach Ward, Cedar Brook selects Alyssa Clutter, Trinity.
So Alyssa Clutter, who made the decision to re-enter the draft and declare free agency, she goes to Cedar Brook overall. And Mariah, we talked a little bit at the tryouts. This was a no-brainer for you.
Yeah, it was a no-brainer for sure. For sure. She has everything that I was looking for a first-round pick. Her intensity, her confidence, the way she moves up and down the floor. It's really great, and I look forward to having her.
Did the fact that she, has that 1 year of eligibility, did that kind of impact anything in your decision, or just knowing that she's the best overall player, was it kind of just the best available you're going for?
Yeah. Especially having the first pick, it was just the best available. I'll worry about that other stuff later.
Yeah. I'm sure you're going to make up for it in the next couple rounds.
Absolutely.
You'll fill out that roster nicely, but. One of the players on your roster already is Katie Hoff from Olsh. How do you see those two coexisting? And once you can get them to play off each other, it looks like a pretty good lineup.
Yeah, I think the first couple games, it's going to take a while. They're going to have to get to know each other. But I think as soon as, we're a little bit into the season, I think they're really going to click really, really well. I think she's going to be really strong on the block, and Alyssa will be able to give it to her a lot of times.
What did you like from her during the 2 days of tryouts that you were able to see her play?
Alyssa?
Yeah.
The way she moves up and down the floor, man, I mean, it's incredible. She has nice long legs. That's from she's that track star in her.
I was going to say, the athleticism's unbelievable.
It's crazy. And her defensive intensity, I'm very big on defense. So her defensive intensity was crazy. I mean, she was right up on you, just pure pressure. And that's what I really liked.
Would you say that she kind of fits into that mold of the player that you want to kind of be one of the faces of your team?
Absolutely. Like I said, I really look forward to having her.
All right, well, congratulations on making your first pick, and we'll see you up here in a few minutes for another one.
Yeah, second straight year that Alyssa Clutter is the number one overall pick in the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League draft. Of course, a senior from Trinity, will be her last year of eligibility, but she's going to make an immediate impact on that Cedar Brook team. Immediate
impact, and you mentioned, playing for the Hillers, you can't go wrong. Yeah, program they have, and if you look down the list of all the prospects, every the most represents
every other player.
So a lot of good talent coming out of the Hillers program, and I know Coach Miller, who obviously comes from the McConnell family. I'm sure she's really excited about all the young talent she's going to have. So next up, we got our man Larry Cash ready with his first round pick. So we'll see what he got.
My first round pick is Ivana Sells from Peters Township.
The senior Ivana Sells goes number 2 overall.
Larry.
And Coach, what did you like? What you saw from her?
I think she can play inside, outside. I think she can do it all, and that's going to be a plus for us because I never had a girl that can do that beside Clutter of last year. That can do that.
How much is the fact that you're bringing her? She's a senior and she could be a leader for your team. How important is that for you?
Oh, it's very important for me. because I got a lot of underclassmen. I'll have 5 seniors right now, and the rest of them are underclassmen. So she'll help out a whole lot.
Okay.
To see her be the face of your team now, to kind of have her as a compliment to the other girls, how do you kind of figure she's going to, mesh with those other girls that you kind of have in this team?
Oh, I think she'll mesh real well because I think she can be a leader, and we have girls that will understand what she's trying to do and go from there.
How much is it going to help, too, that you get Viva Chris back this year? You have a ball handler that can get her the ball in, whether it's inside or outside.
Well, hopefully I can draft a couple other people that, Viva will be there, hopefully, but I can draft a few other people that will be just as good.
Right. When you first saw her play, during the tryouts, Sales, did you kind of figure that, this is somebody that you wanted here in this number 2 pick?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. Because she's big,
right.
lean, and everything. Yeah, definitely.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations, and we'll get to the number 3 overall pick here. And that's going to be Lee Supply and head coach Caitlin Slagus. And I don't know, we got another little Ross Draver softball player coming in here, fresh off her game.
We'll turn it over.
I think, hey, she don't work for you. She works for MoFlo.
She wants to work.
Wait a second.
Everybody
Is
wants
that
to-
not my ball girl?
Everybody wants to work for Lee Supply.
Hold on.
We'll turn it over.
Turn it over to Caitlin so I can deal with this. All right.
Coach Slagus from Lee Supply selects London Creech from Woodland Hills.
And London Creech, the freshman from Woodland Hills, is selected with the 3rd overall pick by Caitlin Slagus and Lee Supply. And Caitlin, coming in, you knew that you wanted a big. You knew you wanted somebody who can kind of be a presence inside. And you feel like you got that with Miss London Creech?
I do, and just her ability to score at all 3 levels. I mean, she was all over the place on offense, but then she also was all over the place on defense, too. And so she was just a phenomenal freshman there, and I just am excited to watch her through these next 4 years, both in this league but also just in high school.
I think there was some consensus that, obviously Clutter was there, but I think a lot of people thought she was the best player no matter what court she played on. It just seemed like she stood out no matter where she was.
Yeah, I had a lot of coaches wanting some trades, but glad we fell where we sort of fell last year, I guess, to get her.
How important is it that you're going to have her for the next 4 years? Obviously, she comes from a big school, big program. You see what she does, with the ball in her hand. She's always moving without the ball. How fun is it going to be for you over the next 4 years to help her grow as a player, too?
Oh, yeah, I'm super excited. And just to watch her play with her teammate, Jazz, is going to be so cool. And to see what she's doing right now as a freshman, the sky's the limit for her. So I'm really excited.
You mentioned, having that kind of camaraderie already with, Jasmine Fisher. How big is that going to be, too, knowing that she does have a little bit of familiarity coming into the team?
Oh, that's going to be huge. But, at the same time, she's only a freshman and she hasn't really played a high school season yet with Jazz, so we just do have to take that into consideration. But just having that familiarity is going to be big, just knowing how to play off of one another.
Knowing that you do have Fisher and Jenna Dawson at guard, are you going to kind of figure that maybe Creech will kind of figure more as a forward rather than a guard, or how do you kind of expect to use her?
I don't actually know right now. We got to watch, Jenna's coming back off of her ACL, so we got to take that into consideration. And, so I don't really have a game plan yet that I want to give to all the coaches, but
Gotcha.
We'll see.
All right, Caitlin. So London Creech, the talented freshman, and I'm not going to lie, besides Clutter, I thought Creech was probably, she was just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Every time she had a ball, all eyes were on her, whatever game she was on. And unfortunately, a lot of us teams, we knew she wasn't going to drop.
She probably wasn't going to
drop to the bottom of the
5.
first round. And the fact that you hold her there for 4 more years is pretty exciting.
Right.
So next up, Bria Rathway is in the Rocky Mountains. So Noah Yarton, the assistant coach for AMD, the undefeated defending champions, will make their first round selection.
In the first round, AMD is going to select Mallory Daly from Seton LaSalle.
Mallory Daly from Seton LaSalle.
The sophomore.
The sophomore, good scorer. I know she formerly of Brentwood. I think she averaged almost 19 points per game when she was on the floor. But there is also a connection with Daly and Bria. I know there's some family ties there. I think Bria played with her sister at Carlo, correct?
Correct.
So there's some familiarity there. What do you know of her and what she's going to bring to your team? Not that you need much, but
So first of all, it's hard to replace an irreplaceable player like Caitlin Vinik, but we think that with Mallory's skill set that she's going to do her best to fill that void. And we needed a guard and someone that could score on their end too, so we think that she's going to do her best to do that.
how much does it help? You're adding her to a team already that has Bailey Brinson. You got Eden Williamson coming back. How much does it help that there's not a lot of pressure on her to do everything she usually does during the high school season, that she'll come right in and just, find her own way with such great players around her?
Oh, it's always good for a new player to not have any pressure on them, let them feel their way and see what they could do and see what kind of role that they're going to have to play before they have to get out there and feel like that they got to score every point in the game.
How much pressure did it take off you guys knowing that you only have to make 2 picks to fill the rest of your roster? I mean, you got basically the whole championship roster here coming back.
Yeah, it's nice to bring pretty much everybody back, and we're excited to give it another run.
All right. Noah Yarton selects Mallory Daly, the sophomore from St. LaSalle, with the 4th overall pick, which they picked up in a trade from State Farm. I know they swapped picks.
State Farm moved down to the 6th pick. Also got Julia Benlock as well in that trade. So now we will turn it over to Mo Flo, Monessen Florist, with the 5th overall pick.
The prize finalist last year, Mo Flo, the young squad, and
it was a surprise.
Look, every year, Chad, we're not worried about winning right now. We're young, we're building for the future. But then once you get to that playoffs, we're like, oh, we're winning the championship.
Very true.
So.
Every year. Last year was the first year.
Yeah, but still, I mean, that's already started this year as well.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah, Mia Wojtovich is here to make the selection for Monessen Florist. She has a new coach on the staff, by the way. That'd be me.
That is
But I'm excited.
Monessen Florist in the first round selects Lainey Yater from South Fayette, sophomore.
And there is the point guard to replace the graduated Emily Vinik. I know, Mia, that was a target for the Monessen Florist team, was somebody that could take over the ball handling duties.
Big shoes to fill. Emily was a great point guard. We're pretty young. We lost a lot of players. So we're looking for somebody to step in and kind of take over on the floor.
What kind of stood out to you guys as a coaching staff about Lainey that made her the kind of the target here?
She had a great presence on the floor. Being so young, she saw the floor so well. I mean, she could drive, she could shoot, she was looking for other players. I love that in a point guard, being able to see the floor from the total opposite end. So that really stood out to us.
Right, and we'll step into the pseudo head coach of the team, Chad.
Co-coach.
We're all co-coaches.
But
Right.
Lainey Yater,
Yeah.
I mean, she was undeniable. She was going to be our first pick. I knew her grandfather when he coached at W&J. I knew her mother. I watched her mother play in college. Her and Bella, who was also on our team, played for Beadling Soccer for years and years and years. And I always knew her as a basketball player. So when I saw her sign up, I was really, really excited. And she does have some shoes to fill, but that is why she was picked.
She got 3 years to do it.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
And the other thing is there's a relationship with Hannah Pugliese, and
Yes.
that's important as well.
Yes.
Knowing that those two already know how to play off one another, and that could be a good thing for our team.
And Hannah stepping up like a captain. I shared the tweet, the text that she sent to me. She's like, "Hey, please take a look at Lainey Yater.
Right.
She's mine." That's what this is really about. You got somebody from Penn Hills. You got somebody from over here at South Fayette. Now they're friends. Now we all play together. So
And sophomores coming through.
Right.
Ooh, we got to name them.
We will.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. So, all right. Congratulations to our Monessen Florist team for getting their pick, Lainey Yater from South Fayette. And we've seen 2 seniors, 2 sophomores, and a freshman go here in the first round. And got a feeling, I mean, obviously with the talent pool, a lot of underclassmen in this, I guess we could call it a draft class. I mean, a lot of underclassmen here.
Not a ton of juniors and seniors. I mean, you have a few that can make an impact, for a year or two with their eligibility. But interesting to see who's going to go here at number 6. We'll take it over to Tom Rodriguez, the head coach of State Farm, for the 6th overall pick here in the first round.
Okay, like a good neighbor, State Farm selects Erica Hall, sophomore, South Fayette.
So 2 straight South Fayette players go back-to-back in Yater and Hall. And, Coach, what did you see from Hall?
Actually, I didn't see anything. I just followed Mr. Corrado. I'll be honest. I took a bit of a flyer on this one. I like South Fayette's program a lot.
Right.
I saw them play a couple times last year. They got a good young group of players. I don't have a lot of pressing needs this year. I got a nice mix of upperclassmen and sophomores.
Good squad coming back, yeah.
And unfortunately, though, one of my better rebounders, Kendall Weston, is taking the summer off because she's having ankle issues. Right. So that really doesn't leave me with much in the way of size. She's got some size. She's aggressive. Like I said, it was worth taking a flyer there. Kind of a couple years ago, I took a flyer on Maddie Trainer from Thomas Jefferson, and it worked out. And when you're in position, when you have a pretty good cast coming back, you could take a chance like that. So I'm hoping it works out.
Knowing that, was she kind of on your radar for a while? And did that kind of factor into you trading down too? Or
I thought it was a good trade for me to trade down. I got a good, talented sophomore, and I didn't give up much to get Julia. So again, I like building my team, top to bottom to top. So right now I got a nice mix of seniors and underclassmen, and we're going to see how it goes.
We always talk about how, the impressive thing with this league, the girls, even on the boys side as well, is how good these players mesh together. How well do you kind of feel like she's going to come in and mesh with the girls?
We've seen her on the AAU circuit.
Yeah.
We've seen her and her teammate Laney. They've butted heads with Tessa and her teams before, and we like these girls. They play hard, they're talented, and there's no animosity between them. I think in the summer league, I think they'll have a lot of fun together.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like we said, that's the thing that makes this league so great is there's so many players from so many different schools, and it's fun to watch them. I mean, you see them during the high school season. After the games, they get together and share.
Well, and especially coming off of COVID year, we're really you watch a lot of games that were streamed. But it'd be great to be able to get fans back in the stands.
For sure.
Starting with this summer league, and no masks.
Right, for sure. All right, and that'll wrap up the first round already. If you want to run down the picks again, before we jump into the second round.
Yeah, we got Cedarbrook taking Alyssa Clutter with the #1 overall pick. Of course, picked first overall for the second straight here in the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League's girls division. A senior from Trinity, Ivana Sales from Peters Township. A senior taken second overall by Edward Jones. Lisa Ply takes London Creech, the freshman from Woodland Hills, with the third overall pick. AMD, the defending champions, picked Mallory Daly, a sophomore from Seton LaSalle, at pick #4. Monessen Florist goes with Lainey Yater, a sophomore from South Fayette, at pick #5. And State Farm rounds out the first round by picking South Fayette sophomore Erica Hall.
And we'll get ready.
Two South Fayette sophomores picked in the first round.
Again, the second round, all 6 teams again have a pick, and then the rounds are going to get much shorter.
Yep.
As not a lot of spots this year, not too much turnover. We see it in the boys' side; they're turning over nearly half the league. So the cycle here.
Next two rounds will include. Every team has a pick in the second round. AMD is the only team in round 3 that does not have a pick.
And we're going to get ready for Mariah Ward coming back up for her first pick of the second round. And this is where things are going to get really interesting because everybody has their eye on who they're going to take first.
Yeah.
But now you never know what's going to happen.
First few rounds might be best
part.
available. Then you go for what your needs are.
All right, Coach. It's all yours.
For my second round pick, Coach Ward, Cedarbrook selects Ayana Wade, Clarendon.
And there, Coach Ward, she reminds me a little bit of you back in your day. Aggressive ball handler, coach's daughter. Mm-hmm. So what did you see from her over the last week that you really liked?
I've been watching her play for the past couple years from AAU. She plays for the Bruins right now. She's the starting point guard for their national team. She's just electrifying. She's electrifying on the court. And, Monessen Clarendon, so I know what she's bringing to the table already.
Right.
I already know what she's bringing to the table.
Do you kind of feel like she can kind of step right in there and be a factor, in your starting lineup?
Absolutely. I have high expectations for her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting her to come in and play her game.
Yeah.
I'm not asking nothing different of her, but to come in and play her game because, I know what it's like,
Mm-hmm.
so to be a freshman and with her talent, I have high expectations.
To say, how nice is it for you, like we mentioned about Caitlin's pick, 4 years you get to coach her in the summers, and
Right.
like you said, you're already a little bit familiar with her on the national team, but
Correct.
how exciting is it for you to get to mentor her over the next 4 years?
Right. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I'm really planning on, building a lot around her. So I'm expecting her to step into a leadership role fairly quickly.
How big too is it to go from picking a senior with the first overall pick, then you get a freshman there, in the second round, kind of balance it out really, where you're going to lose, Alyssa Clutter after a year, but then like Jeremy said, you do have that kind of 4 years here with Wade.
Right. Yeah, that was pretty much the plan. There's a really big freshman class.
Mm-hmm.
The talent in the freshman class is unbelievable, but hers is just it's going to really, really excel in the next couple of years.
And how much does it help you too? I mean, you could take Clutter off the ball. With a point guard, it allows Alyssa to be able to do so much more. Right. I mean, whether it's get it to her on the wing, let her penetrate, drive and kick. I mean, how excited are you to have now? You have Hoff, Clutter, and Wade to distribute the ball to.
Right, and Ayana's little, but man, the way she drives to the basket like a train, she really does, and she has a really nice little step back on the arc. You know what I mean? So I can interchange Clutter and Wade, anytime I want to.
Yeah, and she has that quick first step. If she gets the ball on the wing, you don't know if she's going to step back, like you said, or drive straight to the hoop.
And she can pass, man.
Right.
She can pass the ball, too. Her bounce passes are really, really nice. She can put it right in between.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I'm really excited.
Super fundamental. We saw that. We talked about
that
on the side.
Daughter.
Yeah. It's something that myself and Coach Wade myself and Coach Ward were talking about on the side. She was just super fundamental and great pick. Great pick.
Super athletic.
It seems too like you mentioned wanting to get that guard play because you do have some bigs with Katie Hoff. You have Jocelyn Dawson from Elizabeth Ford, Amanda Beds. I mean, you have some bigs there. Now you have these guards that can kind of go in and fill those needs that you really had here in this roster.
Absolutely, especially with Alyssa too. I mean, she's nice. She has a nice size. Mm-hmm. She can rebound too, man.
Right. She's aggressive. She'll go after the ball.
She can do a lot. So.
All right. Congratulations. I know that you had your eye on her, so you got her. So,
thank you.
Edward Jones up next. That'll be Coach Larry Cash, and we do have a clock. Right? We have a 2-minute clock that
We do?
I thought we had players,
we do.
Players on the clock.
A non-existent 2-minute clock that might exist in a way. We'll throw it over to Larry Cash here for the second pick of this second round.
My second pick is Alyssa Torza from Elizabeth Forward. She's a sophomore, 5'11".
Alyssa Terza's sophomore from Elizabeth Ford. And
good pick.
Coach, what do you like from her?
I like a lot from her. She's going to be my hybrid. She's going to be able to go inside, outside. She's a guard, but she can be a forward and maybe sometimes play center, depending on what I need.
All right, Coach, I heard some grumbles over there at the coaches' table, too, when you announced that pick. I think she was on some other people's radar.
I think people are trying to try to make something happen here last minute.
Hey, Larry, you're having a great draft so far.
Like,
don't let anybody tell you different. You're having a great draft.
I mean, I'm doing my homework, right?
Like I told you, it's almost impossible to have a bad draft with all these players, Larry. No offense.
That is
but
true.
You're doing great, buddy. We love you.
You guys do.
we got to see Elizabeth Ford, this Elizabeth Ford a couple of times this season, of course, covering the Warriors throughout the year. 5'11", one of the tallest in this draft class. I mean, is that somebody that was really on your radar right away whenever you saw her?
Yeah, the first time I seen her, I liked her.
Yeah,
and she's going to grow.
Yeah,
she's only a sophomore, so.
The only problem is that hopefully she stays with me.
Right. So, Coach Larry Cash takes Alyssa Terza with the 8th overall pick, the second pick of the second round. Mm-hmm. Good pick for Larry Cash.
Very good pick. We talked about that about her during the tryouts. Like I said, the fact that she's 5'11", you got a couple other 5'11" girls on this draft class, and she's one of them. And the fact that she's only a sophomore, she still has 3 years of eligibility. Very good pick here for Edward Jones, a team that obviously you got Ivana Sales there in that first round. Now you add to it with Alyssa Terza.
And now Coach Caitlin Slagus from Lee Supply, and I have a feeling I know where we're going here. It's even my crystal ball.
I do too.
What do you think, Jeremy?
I'm not saying it. Just disappoint me right now, Caitlin. Just do it. Go ahead.
Lee Supply selects Emma Reynolds
See?
from Star Valley.
Come on, Caitlin.
Freshman
Then
forward.
she must be a good pick.
Another
Yeah.
5'11" forward, and she's a freshman.
And she got name recognition, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, didn't her brother?
Her brother was pretty. He was
Her brother
all right.
was okay.
He was all right.
Yeah.
He was pretty. He was all right. All right, Coach. How excited are you to get to work with a girl that can end up being a power forward with outside skills, much like yourself?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, just to get to watch her play along London for the next 4 years of this league is going to be super exciting. But yeah, no, I'm glad get our hands on a center. Abby, unfortunately, was our center last year, and she has a torn ACL. So, again, really excited to get her on the team.
You talk about filling that void of Abby Whaley. I mean, we saw last summer how she just brought so much energy. She brought rebounding. Do you kind of feel like she with Emma Reynolds, you're going to kind of get that same thing from her in addition to just what she can do scoring wise and things like that?
Absolutely. Emma's very athletic, and I think just having her presence down low is going to be huge for us.
Opens up so much more for your guard play as well. I mean,
Exactly.
just kind of being able to kind of improve that inside game. You mentioned that kind of being a point of emphasis, but having Creech and Reynolds, that certainly fills those voids there. in the first
it ain't
going to
be fun for the next 4 years for
It's gonna
Caitlin.
be a blast.
Not for you, maybe, but for everybody else here, I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, it comes with the name recognition. Obviously, I mean, we know everything her brother did, and how important.
But it's not all about her brother.
Well, I know, but I'm saying that's what I was just gonna say.
she's gonna make a name
But
for
how
herself.
important is it for you also as a coach to you don't rely on that, and you want to help her grow into her own Reynolds.
Yeah, she's
player.
not going to be her brother's sister. I mean,
Right,
she's gonna
that's
make
what
her
we
own
want.
name,
Right,
so,
exactly.
yeah. I'm excited for her
as
the
the
next
Reynolds
That's a good quote.
friends of the family, I'm kind of upset that you took her, but I'm actually happy that you took her because you're going to make her so much better.
I agree.
You're going to coach her up the way she needs to, and I'm kind of mad. I tried to talk you out of this the other night.
Chad's pretty sad.
Emma's a great girl, man.
Chad was coming up with possible arrests and stuff to try to get people away from other people.
He
so-
was.
That seems a little harsh.
It was. It was.
Whatever it takes.
But, yeah, so Emma Reynolds is the 9th overall pick, the freshman from Chartiers Valley. Again, Lee Supply building for the future here for sure.
Yes, they
Taking
are.
a page from our blueprint.
Two
last year.
freshmen here in the first 2 rounds, and they're
They're going to be pretty good.
going to be pretty
They're
good.
going to be pretty good.
We talked about them having, and remember, Gracie Fairman is not playing this summer,
Right.
so they lose that guard, but they still have Jenna Dawson coming back. They still have Jasmine Fisher.
Well, and that's the
And
thing
then
with
you
Gracie
add-
Fairman's gone, yes, but like you mentioned, you have Jenna Dawson coming back.
Yeah, it's huge.
So, but with Creech, you get the ability to drive like Gracie used to have because every time Gracie got the ball, she was going hard to the hole.
Yeah.
And from what I saw last week, that's what London Creech is going to do for Lee Supply for sure.
And with the 4th pick here in the second round, the 10th overall selection, we will go to State Farm. Head coach Tommy Rodriguez.
Okay. State Farm is going to select sophomore Agatha Nicolai, Trinity.
Where are you going, Tom?
Another Trinity.
Hey there, Tom.
Don't you? Okay, I'm sorry. I got excited.
The long list of Trinity Hillers, and Agatha Nicolai will be selected by State Farm here with the 10th pick overall, the 4th pick here in the second round. And Tommy, what made her stand out for you?
Well, she really fits in with my sophomores, with the wave of the future, what we're going to like to do. We're just going to get after teams. We're going to press a lot. She can handle the ball. She really does everything well. She handles it. She shoots it. Plays really good defense, and I just think she'll fit in perfect with my group of sophomores. So it's she's going to contribute right away. But I also look for her and the other 3 sophomores to really carry the team into the future. So, yeah, I like the Trinity girls. I like the way they play. All of them. The bunch of them were in the tryouts. All of them are going to make this league a lot better. So,
I was just about to say you joined the Trinity train here.
You can't go wrong with that program.
Well, no, you can't. And I'm tired of competing against the Phoenix and Trinity. So if you can't beat them, join them.
And it's filled like they've been there for like 10 years, too.
Yeah,
I remember watching them when they were, like, I think, in 7th grade in the old league.
Right. And I'm glad that the Trinity girls keep coming, because they got a good thing going down there. And yeah, they're going to be a great fit.
Okay, so Agatha Nikolai, the sophomore from Trinity, goes 10th overall, and it's our turn. MoFlo back on the clock.
Vanessa Forrest is back on the clock.
Mia Wojtovich.
And mentioned the Trinity girls, second Trinity girl off the board. So we'll see how many more.
Yeah, sure. That's not the first one. That's not the only one that's going to go. So.
No.
All right, Coach. What do we got?
MoFlo selects Essence Davis from Laurel Highlands, a junior.
Essence Davis. I used to watch her dad Stu play back in the day. Big, powerful, and it was hard to get a read on Essence Davis this year. Laurel Highlands, not the best success, but she stood out. I mean, big, powerful body inside, can take it to the hoop. She'll rebound. And I think that gives Hannah Puglisa a nice compliment inside.
Absolutely. We're looking for somebody else who can pull down boards and help Hannah out inside. Definitely for helping Hannah.
We didn't get to see her at the tryouts, but I know you guys were watching some huddle last night. What'd you see?
I mean, she's an animal inside. Like, her highlight tapes definitely showed that she goes up and she gets a board and she goes straight down the floor to her spot. Definitely a hustler. We like that inside.
She moved very, very well. Great footwork. Always like parallel to the board. She got the rebound, put it back up. Jose, it was. She's gonna be something.
I think her and Hannah are really going to complement each other well inside.
Well, and it helps too if there is a situation where we know Pat Lyon, he makes some bad calls sometimes. When if Hannah gets in foul trouble, we have somebody else to turn to under the hoop.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what I look for, like, especially in a forward. You want to be aggressive inside, and her highlight tape absolutely showed that.
Yeah. Her and Hannah are going to be something to deal with down there.
A problem.
Yes.
A team that has 4 coming back, and you got 2 here in the first round. Got to feel pretty good about it, huh, MoFlo?
Yeah, these are actually the 2 that we started. This is going very well.
Our draft board.
This was on your draft board?
Actually intact.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so all right, Monessen Forest feeling good here after 2 rounds. They get Lainey Yater in the first round, a sophomore from South Fayette. Essence Davis here from Laurel Highlands, the 5'10 junior. And now we will turn it over to AMD, their last pick of the night, because they have everybody back. So everybody else going to have a lot of fun this year.
All right, Coach.
With our last pick, AMD is going to select Marina Grado, junior from Gateway.
Great call.
Yeah, she was on our draft board.
Yes,
she was, but Nana's over there winking at me. I think he really likes that pick, even though he's not coaching this year. But he likes that pick.
Yeah, we both thought that she was probably the best pure bucket getter in the draft, and we're really happy to take her this late. We think some people are going to be missing out on her.
How do you guys feel with these 2? Like we said the last time you were up here, these are the 2 picks that round out your roster. But how do you kind of feel about the 2 that you were able to get? Mallory Daly there, a sophomore from Seton LaSalle, and then you got 2 years of eligibility now from Grotto.
We feel great about it. We think that they're really going to help our team a lot, fill the holes that we lost in Kaylin and I'm drawing a blank.
And Julia Benlock, I believe, with the trade.
That got you the second pick was Benlock, the Benlock trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and we just needed 2 guards, we thought, and we got 2 of our favorites, so we're really happy with it.
And now, are these Bria picks, or are you going into business for yourself?
How much
like
she
they
trust
say?
you, Nana?
That was you.
This one was
so you haven't. I know she's watching.
You've been.
She wanted what?
She wanted Davis.
She wanted
Essence Davis.
Oh.
That's why you're.
So you've been promoted to general manager of AMD. Is what you're saying. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's where the law degree comes in.
And you're actually our legal counsel for the league also. So
congratulations, you've been hired. You've been retained. Okay, so that's it, Coach. What do you think of your squad this year? Your team's full.
We're eager to get started. We want to see if we could have another undefeated regular season.
Yeah, that
and
ain't
hopefully
happening.
win this championship again. So we'll see.
You can quote me on that, Jose.
24 straight we're going to go for.
24.
All right,
straight.
Naz, stop it.
AMD,
I got to
you-
call out Naz there. He's bringing out the winning streak.
He's over
All
there.
right.
Naz will be picking in a few days.
Yeah,
We'll see what stuff he pulls out of his hat.
I'll be on the chat talking all kinds of smack
Yeah, I'm
from
sure- I'm
Maryland.
sure
Yeah,
you
the
will.
chat is open. I didn't check if anybody's
Yeah.
saying anything.
2 rounds. We're finished with the first 2 rounds of this draft. Of course, A&D has now filled their roster spots, and the third round will include the other 5 teams here in the league. And then in round 4 and round 5, Cedar Brook and Menneson Forest will be the only ones picking. Menneson Forest will pick in the 6th round, and then we actually have the supplemental
Yeah,
round
we'll-
as well.
Bonus picks.
We'll
bonus
explain
picks.
that. We're going to explain that when we get to it, but it's a little bit of.
So I guess AMD day is not entirely.
Yeah, it's not all
It's
the way. Yeah.
I mean, still, we talked about it a lot as Coach Wood comes up for her 3rd pick, but, those bonus picks, there's some good players.
There are some
hang around.
really good players hanging out around here in the 3rd round. I'm excited to see what these coaches have up their sleeves.
Our coaches wear sleeves, by the way. We're ready, Coach. Let's go.
I'm ready too.
I know you are.
You got Mariah.
Mariah's been
Go
doing
back
her
like
due.
babies and pacifiers.
She has the piece of paper. and
She's
she
been
has-
doing her
my
due
girl.
diligence. She's smiling. She
Yeah.
obviously got somebody she wants here, so we're good.
For my 3rd round pick, Coach Ward and Cedar Brook selects Jasmine Dunn, Woodland Hills.
Mm-hmm. There's that
That's
Woodland
problem.
Hills
I
connection.
This is gonna
kind
be
of figured
problems.
that this was going to be. You talked about her, I think, the other day when we talked, and this is someone that you've seen. Obviously, you're familiar with because of your connections at Penn Hills. But what do you like in her and what she's going to bring to your squad?
So what I really like about Jasmine Dunn is that the way she can facilitate that ball around the court, man. I mean, the way she passes it is unbelievable. And when she goes to the basket and she uses that pivot foot, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And coming from Woodland Hills' girls program, which has really been on the rise the last couple years,
Right.
I mean, knowing what she's been able to mean to that program and seeing her up close during the high school season, I'm sure that you didn't even need to see her during tryouts. You kind of knew that this was somebody that was going to be, if she was available here, in kind of the middle rounds, you were going to take her.
Right, absolutely. Like you guys said, I seen her play against us twice, and she was phenomenal, man. She handles the ball well. She protects the ball. She's not letting no one take it from her. She's fast.
Confidence is
Yes.
what I saw.
Yeah.
That's the word. That's what really stood out to me when I watched her play.
And also, like, during the tryouts, I mean, she didn't come off the court. Like, she didn't sub. Like, no one subbed for her.
Right.
Like,
Right.
she literally kept chugging every single game.
And she had 1 gear.
Yeah.
No,
And it
You know
was
what I mean?
like full speed ahead.
and I know she's a senior, but, I gotta worry about right now.
Sorry.
What are we doing there?
Potty parade.
Oh,
But this is I mean, you mentioned just getting a really talented guard here in Dunn, a senior, 5'3" from Woodland Hills. Got to be pretty happy with your first 3 picks and what you're able to get. You got 2 seniors who can be really leaders. In your first year here in the summer league. How big is that too? Knowing that it is your first year, you do want to kind of have coaches on the court really, and Clutter and Dunn can kind of fit into that role.
Right,
really,
and
really
also
well.
I seen Clutter and Dunn at the trials. It looks like they really get along.
Yeah.
It looks like they know each other. You know what I mean? They were around each other, hanging out a lot. So it seems like they already have, some type of chemistry off the court, and that's really important.
Yeah.
Having that chemistry off the court, not just on the court.
Right.
So, and like I said, I know I picked another senior, but
Hey.
I got to think about right now.
You know what-
win
what-
now. You
Yeah,
win
I
now,
gotta
right?
think about right now.
But the
man.
thing is, too, you draft these seniors, and you're going to get good picks again next year. But we see it this year, just from last year's season,
Correct.
twofold the talent that was in the draft this year.
Correct.
And I think it's just, again, going to bring much more talent because once these girls go back, they tell them how much fun they had in the league,
Right.
how much fun the coaches are to play for. I mean, it's limitless to,
Right.
how much talent we can get in this
Right.
league.
So Jasmine Dunn, 3rd round, coming to Cedar Brook.
There we go. Cedar Brook. Still, they have some more roster spots to fill in the next couple of rounds, but through 3 rounds, Alyssa Clutter, Ayana Wade, and Jasmine Dunn all from Mariah Ward. Very good first 3 rounds.
Very
for the first
good
year.
draft, and honestly, I mean, besides Lisa Ply and Coach Slagus, I think Coach Ward's winning the draft here.
Almost drafted out of order here.
Wait a second.
It's Larry Cash's turn, Kate.
Caitlin Slagus knows who she wants, and I'm hoping.
I hope he picks.
I hope Larry Cash doesn't pick who she wanted.
I hope Larry Cash picks exactly who she wanted.
Here comes Larry. First two picks. Ivana Sales from Peters Township. Alyssa Terza from Elizabeth Ford. Let's see if Edward Jones can continue this strong draft class.
All right, Coach. Who we got here in the 3rd round?
Well, I got a surprise pick.
Uh-oh.
Surprise
here
pick.
we go.
Oh, here we go. This is where we all go downhill.
I thought you were
Come on, Larry.
I thought you were going to say, and we have a trade.
Nah, I never seen this girl play in my life, but I'm going to take a chance on her.
Okay.
Carmen Vasquez. Vasquez or
Vasquez,
from
yeah.
Woodland Hills.
Woody High. Another Woody High.
Another Woodland Hills player taken off the board. 3rd Woodland Hills player selected here today. Coach, what do you like about her?
He don't know. He
I don't
hasn't seen
know.
her
I ain't
play.
seen her yet.
What made you want to draft her here?
Well,
These are the real questions. I want to hear this answer. Go ahead.
I see one thing right there. 6 foot. That's
right.
the one thing.
And Woodland Hills.
Right.
Maybe that gave it away.
I just got a feeling about her, that's all.
Okay.
All right, we'll take that. And she's only a sophomore.
only a
6 foot sophomore. You can't go wrong. Coach Larry adding some size to the Edward Jones roster.
Go big, baby. Go
Hey, I
big.
mean, when you go, when
big or
you
go
see
home.
6 foot there in that height column, I mean, that's not a terrible flyer to go off of.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
All right, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach
Like we said,
Larry Cash throwing the curve.
3rd Woodland Hills player taken so far here in the first 3 rounds. I believe Caitlin Slagus is now up to select, so we'll see what she has going here in round number 3. Of course,
do
Lisa
we
Ply.
have rules for tampering with AMD? Because I see Nana over there.
There's
talking
something
to her
going
a lot.
on. Yeah, I
There's
got it
something
up.
going on. I'm concerned about it. We're going to have to get the commissions involved here. All right, Coach. What do we got? Here, she's about to break somebody's heart. I can tell right
Again.
now. Right now.
Probably not. Lisa Ply selects Skylar Still from West
Yep.
Midland.
Okay, I mentioned that. I mentioned her to Chad last night.
Yes, you did.
Good young player, listed under 5'3", but aggressive freshman. What stood out for you?
You know what? She's a point guard, and we really needed one. Jazz is a fantastic ball handler and everything like that, but we know Jazz likes to shoot. So to have a point guard with losing Gracie,
Jazz loves to shoot.
she does. So I want to let her do that and not make her.
She's about to hit you up in the chat there. Watch. Here she
She'll
comes.
pull up at half court, you know.
It seems like you're not just building for right now, but you're building for the future. 3 freshmen here taking the first 3 rounds.
Jose, I just really don't like being in front of the camera, so I figured if I do less draft picks next year, then we'll be good.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess a little bit. Just don't. Hold on. We haven't played a game yet. So just wait. But yeah, Coach, you add Steele. How do you think she fit into the group? Besides, what you mentioned about Jazz.
I'm really excited to see the whole group play together, but she's quick, and I know a lot of these players like to get out and run. Reynolds runs the floor really well, and so does Creech. So, yeah, I'm really excited to just put them all out there. See.
We could probably just cross out the entire freshman class here and just make sure that it
Just give them
There's
to
a
Lisa
lot of
Ply.
talent there.
This is wild.
That is
This
Lisa
is wild.
Ply's final pick,
Yes.
other than the bonus
Yeah,
pick.
side note also, I mean, I think we're going to have to put a poll up after the first game.
Who won the draft?
No, who got – well, we can do that tonight.
do
But
that.
who got the nicest uniforms? And I'll have to say my cousin's joint is Lisa Ply's. Their shirts are amazing, man. They wait till you see.
Coaches don't get one.
Yeah, you got one. We got a budget this year. We're not
Oh, wow.
we're not in the red.
We don't have official jerseys.
Not that we were. Not that we were. Not that we were.
But,
Yeah, is it a T-shirt or a jersey?
It's a T-shirt. It's a
Okay.
T-shirt.
They look like the Seattle Supersonics.
It's,
They do.
They're
They
so
really
nice.
do. It's
They're so
awesome.
nice.
Awesome.
So after 3 rounds, Lisa Ply gets 3 freshmen in London Creech from Woodland Hills, Emma Reynolds from Chartiers Valley, and Skylar Still from West Mifflin. Not a bad draft here. Looking not just, like I said, not just looking at the future, but these are girls that can really contribute right now. And we're going to welcome Tommy Rodriguez back up for the 4th pick of the 3rd round and the 16th overall pick. Still a very talented crop of players available.
Okay, State Farm. This might sound like a familiar name to this league.
Oh, see, he's
Oh,
going to break
Gonna
our heart.
select Riley Vinik,
There she is.
freshman, Trinity.
So another Vinik is Tommy, how many point guards do you got, though? Come,
It-
you got a lot of ball handlers
it
on your
do-
squad.
It does. You can never have enough ball handlers. You can never. No, it's called pedigree, and
Right, for
I've seen
sure.
enough out of her. She may not be as good right now as her sisters were as a freshman, but I seen it in her in the tryouts. So, and again, I am tired. My older daughter, Taylor, just butted heads with the Phoenix for 10 years. She still has bumps and bruises. We're tired of going that route. She's going to be the enforcer on our side. So looking forward to having her. Love the family.
What about her skill set kind of stood out to you when watching?
She's gangly, skinny, wiry, just like her sister. She's fast. Actually has a pretty nice shot too.
Mm-hmm.
Funny, just to add, she went in like she was one of her sisters into this league. I saw her playing in one of the games, and she walked right up. She was telling this person what to do. She was telling, you know what I mean? She was a take control kind of girl and very aggressive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and her older sister Emily said, "Please don't let Chad take her." I mean,
Oh, man.
are we still live?
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Man, all right. Write that down. June 30th, we'll discuss that.
Doesn't she like to go to the championships?
Oh.
Is that, that's called a return fire. Look, I got this all screwed up now.
Two Trinity players taken in a row here by State Farm. They went with Erica Hall from South Fayette in the first round, and then went with Agatha Nikolai and now Riley Vinik from Trinity. Two young players, well, actually three young players, all sophomores or freshmen.
I want to know: is this really happening? Are we? Did we really get 1, 2, 3 that we put on our sheet?
Mm-hmm.
Did we really just get 1, 2, 3?
I think we did. I think we did.
Final pick of the third round. Here comes Menneson Forrest again.
Menneson Flores selects Kate Clark from Sarah Catholic.
Great
There
pick.
is the
Yeah.
pick.
Jeremy, talk about Kate.
I'm going to talk about Kate.
We've
Kate
seen her
Clark,
play
'cause
a
we've
lot
seen her
this
play
year,
a lot,
man.
but the game she played against Winchester Thurston in the playoffs, I think she had like 11, 13 points, but
Rebounds, running the court.
I looked at Chad and I said, that's who we're picking in the draft. Now, obviously, we took her in the third round, not first overall, as we discussed.
Yeah, right.
But I'm real excited to have her. She was our breakout player of the year for the MVI in the Super 6. But, yeah, she'll drive. She'll rebound. She follows her shot. Like, that's probably the pet peeve I have in basketball is girls don't follow their shots all the time.
Absolutely.
And every time I've seen her shoot, she does. But she's a good passer. She
Silent
distributes the
leader
ball.
too.
And
Silent
also-
leader on that Sarah team. I mean,
Yes.
we watched it, Jose.
Yeah.
You know she's playing up against some big talent. In those last couple games, and she stepped up. It was.
She did.
It
If
was something to see.
And if you're down in the third quarter, just throw her in there, and she'll probably score 12 points.
Right.
So,
Right.
There you go.
That's the Bill Cleary method. That's what we got. Love that guy, too. But, I actually told Coach Cleary she was on our radar. So, back, when we I think it was after the Winchester game, he's like, that would be a great pick. She's
Yeah.
a great kid. Her mom came and talked to us after the
Did
after
you
the
tell him?
second day.
Did you tell Jose?
She's very appreciative of how positive we are with the athletes. So.
yeah.
We try
Thank
to be.
you.
I've been trying to be more positive lately. So it's been
Is there a
working.
Western going on behind us? Is there?
Did Dirty Harry just walk in the door?
What is going on here?
Come on. Jeez.
Larry, what are you doing? Is that really your
That's
ringtone?
not his ringtone.
But the other thing,
Because I'm
is-
calling you at like 2 a.m. You're gonna think.
Chad, you're getting distracted. But
The,
Oh, I'm
the other
sorry,
thing
I'm
it does for us as a team is it's another ball handler.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
we needed that after Emily Vinik is gone. We got Lainey Yater, but you can interchange them. Let
Yes,
Clark
we love
handle the
those
ball and get
guards.
Yater
Yep.
off the ball. So
Yep.
it's going to be
Love those
exciting.
guards that can work together.
Menneson Forrest finishes out the third round.
Real quick though, Nana's over here saying he doesn't like how we're saying we. You are a coach.
I am a
Vanessa.
coach. I'm
Yeah,
on staff now.
I am now the only
I might lead the
unbiased
league in technicals
Mon
if
Valley
Tony
Independent
Carter's officiating.
reporter, so
But we'll see. Use that. Just tell him get in my head, and you're in good shape.
until Slagus hires me as Lee Supplies GM, I am on the market. So I'll bring my my resume to the first practice.
The thing that I'm looking at the draft board is there are only 2 teams making the next 3 picks.
Cedar Brook and Menneson Forest are the only teams making picks in the 4th, 5th, and 6th round. 6th round should be pretty quick because it's just Menneson Forest.
We're going to take
making
our whole 2 minutes on the clock, though.
it. Okay,
and
so
that's
yeah,
what
we'll
we're
just
gonna do.
we'll sit here and just
We're saying this live too. Everybody can hear this.
talk
Hold on.
about stuff. Oh, we just heard.
Did you hear? What we you're saying?
No,
I don't know.
Okay,
I
go,
didn't
go.
hear anything.
But
I'm kind
Madison-
of disappointed I'm not involved in the conversation, though.
Oh, well, you are. I'm texting. If you're wondering why Jeremy's
I'm on my
on his
phone. We're
phone,
texting
he's
each
texting
other,
us,
yes.
which is 3 feet apart. It's like that. Don't be a menace to
So much
society.
collusion here. I feel dirty just sitting up here.
But we have a
Wait.
minute. I'm going to congratulate,
Ken's
Kenzie on a big win today.
Curly Sue. What'd she do today?
3 hits today.
3 hits?
3 hits today. Yeah. 2
Nice.
strikeouts early on.
Can we?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going into the fourth
Go
round.
to the
round?
fourth round here.
Two picks in this round.
Okay, why don't we let Cedar Brook take theirs, and then we're gonna have to have a conversation here. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
None of you want to come on the
What
mic?
are you doing? What are you coming over here for? Wait, here.
I was dropping some gems to you. I was dropping some gems to Salute, not knowing that he was a coach.
Oh, no. But I didn't take anybody you wanted. It's good.
That is exactly what
I
you
am
wanted.
impartial.
He
I
didn't tell
am
you.
impartial.
He didn't tell you for a reason.
I'm
Where do you want me to
impartial.
go? Oh no, I don't like cameras. I don't like cameras.
No, but yeah, I mean, I'm impartial when it comes to that part. We like a lot of the same players. I mean, we
do
look
like a lot of the
we
same
look
players.
at it a lot. You
how
wait
many-
to see because I got one coming.
how many of those-
I
You
got
got one
coming.
coming, and that's
I
the one
got
I'm
one.
talking about.
I
You
know.
know who I'm talking
How many of
about.
those players are now wearing Monessen Florist jerseys?
None.
None.
But the one.
There's one
is
coming.
Is going to
It's
be.
coming.
And I know it. And
Don't
I'm
tell
really
anybody
upset.
else at that table.
I'm not, but
I mean, the only person he could tell is Mariah because there's
Right.
only 2
That's
teams
true.
that have picks now over the next 3 rounds.
don't
And the
get,
bonus. Okay, we got the bonus as well. But
don't get into an argument with your other coaches and let her fall to the supplement. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, we're good.
All right, I'm just
We're
letting you
good.
know.
We're good.
I get what you're doing here. Like, make sure you don't do
Jedi
that.
mind tricks. He's
Make
trying
sure
to
you
do-
don't do that.
What he really wants is that AMD MoFlo rematch in the championship game.
Oh, he's gonna get it. That's fine. That's fine. Be careful what you wish for, Jenna.
We'll get round number 4 started. We'll welcome
Coach,
Mariah Ward.
Coach Ward got to get up here before this conversation gets out of
Yeah,
hand.
we're way off the tracks here.
Is somebody texting me what's going
Mariah
on? I missed
Ward,
that conversation.
3 picks so far, 2 seniors and a freshman when Alyssa Clutter, Jasmine Dunn, and Ayanna Wade. We'll see what she has here for her 4th round pick. She still has another pick in the 5th round, of course, the bonus round afterwards.
All right, Coach, what do you got?
All right, for Coach Ward, for Cedar Brook for the 4th round pick, I select Ella Snyder, Latrobe.
Ellie
Nice.
Snyder from Latrobe.
Ellie, sorry.
Mhm.
Is it Ellie? That's
Yeah,
what-
it is, Ellie.
Okay, because it's spelled L, but,
Right, sorry.
But another one you're familiar with from Penn Hills. You guys play Latrobe at all?
No,
You
no,
didn't
no,
play
no.
her.
No, we didn't play.
But,
her. No,
I mean-
we were supposed to, but COVID, mask man.
I was going to say, you got
thing-
Penn Hills
things
had
like
the
that.
mask thing going on.
Right.
But Latrobe, again, made a good run this year.
Yes, they did for the
And,
first time in a while.
I believe she was one of the ones. She was all section as a
Yeah.
freshman for Latrobe. So
Yeah, I seen her at the tryout. She can get down the floor for a big man. She made her layup. She uses the glass. That's what I like. She uses the glass, and I think she's going to be a really good asset.
you just have to tell her we have to call that in this league. We call banks.
We call
We call banks.
I remember seeing her on the same court as Jasmine Dunn
Correct.
there in the middle, and those two really stood out to me. Do you feel like that kind of seeing them play together, did that kind of impact the fact that, you said, oh, I want to see both of these girls play together but wearing Cedar Brook colors?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like she's fun. You know what I mean? She's bubbly, and you can tell she wants to be on the floor. You know what I mean? So I think she'll be great for us.
Well, through 4 rounds, Cedar Brook making
Brook's
a
kicking butt.
statement.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Mariah is coming.
He knows her
I
making
knew,
a- making
knew
a
as soon as
splash.
Mariah got into this league and she was going to be the head coach, knew we were in trouble. And I saw how many draft picks you had, and then when Clutter was going to fall to you, I actually told her mom, I said, this is the team that's going to make the most noise this year. And I stand by that,
Yeah. Chad's been on me about, he knew I was coming in with the fire.
There's no doubt about it, Mariah. There's no doubt about it.
Yes.
But, hey, Jeremy, if Jose and Mariah could talk for a couple more minutes, look at your text and approve that.
I agree with that.
Okay, all right. So
I think I accidentally sent it to Casey, but then got it on the right.
Also, Casey Mack's on this, too.
Casey Mack knows who we're picking next.
You want to tell me who you're picking next?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you
wanna
what,
me
Mia's
who
going
you're
to come
picking
up.
next?
Mia's going to come up and tell us.
Tell Mariah.
Tell
who
me
you're
you're
picking
picking next.
Well, through 4 rounds.
We can have Kenzie announce a pick. We can let the manager do it.
Yeah, let's go. She could do the last one.
Okay.
Let me get this all.
So, 4th round pick here from Monessen Florist, the 19th overall selection.
We are going to select Bria Ringloff from TJ.
Great pick.
Bria Ringloff, I know Nana had his eye on her at some point from TJ.
I thought you guys were going to say Bria Rathway. I'm like, that's
I'll take her.
I would take Bria Rathway. I'd take Bria Rathway.
I'll take Bria.
Oh, Nana. Oh, she's on a plane right now.
You know it's killing her that she can't watch this. Maybe she put her credit card in. She did. Okay.
But I know me and Nana were standing next to each other talking, watching Ringloff play, and she got somebody with an okey doke and a little head fake in the corner and drive into the lane, and right there I was like, I like this girl.
Yep.
I mean, inside, outside, good size. Only a sophomore. I think she's going to be a big asset too, sitting at 5'9" from
Absolutely.
TJ. And again, TJ like Trinity,
Great
and
programs.
Yeah.
great program. We know obviously Lisa Fairman so well.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have one of her players on our roster for
Me
sure.
too.
I think you guys definitely have the most sophomores in the league.
We're not going to have a pick for 3 years.
Essence Davis might be your only non-sophomore.
I don't know, Chad. What's
Bella?
our status?
Bella, Macy, Hannah, Stelany.
Am
Well,
I right?
No,
Am I right?
Stelany's a senior.
Stelany's a senior.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to leave
All right.
ourselves with one.
Right.
That was the
But you
plan.
We're going to
definitely
need some
have a
leadership
lot of
this year from our
sophomores here.
seniors.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, I'm excited to add Bria Ringloff to the
Absolutely.
crew for sure.
Absolutely.
So closing out the 4th round, 2 sophomores selected by Cedar Brook and Menneson Florist, and Mariah Ward. You guys should actually just stay up by the mic, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, we can't. No, yeah, right.
Mariah Ward will come up here for her 5th round pick, and already building a pretty solid roster here through the first 4 rounds. And
Yep.
just the competitiveness of this league this year, I don't think it's every game is going to be very tightly contested with this very impressive draft class of players, young and veteran players, and interested in seeing how this all unfolds as Mariah Ward will give her 5th round pick, first pick of the 5th round, 20th overall.
20.
Here.
Way to go, Chad.
20th.
Chad messed up
Chad
the
missed.
order.
Chad missed the 20th pick.
Where we're on the 5th, right?
We are on
5th
the
round,
5th round.
yes.
Same as last time. I'll send you back and forth.
All right, Coach Ward for Cedar Brook for the 5th round pick. I select Mae Johnson, Gateway.
We may have been having a discussion.
Yes,
on our
that
text message about that. But yeah, Mia Johnson from Gateway, good. Reminded me a little bit of Creech.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
absolutely.
not quite as aggressive, maybe.
Right.
But still, quick first step, aggressive, drives to the hoop, can pull up. I mean, a good all-around player as well.
Yeah, I think she was just a little bit, timid in the tryout.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's an
Like,
situation.
yeah, I think overwhelming, for the most, but she's nice and long. The way she grabs rebounds out the air, man, was crazy. And I think she'll get more aggressive as the season goes. I think she's gonna be one of those players that she's gonna grow as she goes.
Right.
So yeah.
Your experience with being an assistant coach at Penn Hill's really paid dividends here in this draft. Just seeing, knowing that you have this experience of seeing these girls and girls that you're familiar with. Obviously, Wade from Clareton, Mia Johnson.
Yeah. She's going to be exciting to have. I'm going to have her again, obviously. So, yeah, I'm excited to have her.
Cedar Brook making a statement now through 5 rounds. They are done for the regular draft until we get to the bonus picks. Menneson Florist has 2 straight picks in the 5th and 6th round.
I really believe
so I hope you guys have 2 picks ready.
We got 2 minutes on the clock, right?
Yeah, let's. You got anything to talk about? Nana, you want to go up there and talk about anything about
Foster
the draft?
House 2 in North Bell Vernon.
They have pizza by the slice.
Pizza by the slice Friday, Saturday, and
Sunday.
Sunday.
We know that.
You can get Coors Light drafts and drafts of.
I'm going to skirt out of here.
Really?
My team's like
Okay.
doing stuff without me.
I'll run solo here. Thank you all for tuning in here to the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League Girls Draft. Looking forward to next week. The boys draft will take place here from Cedar Brook once again on Tuesday. Naz Victoria is back there. He is one of the commissioners for the boys division, along with Dana Zychek. Naz Victoria, the head coach of Campy's Pizza, and Dana Zychek, the head coach of Farmers Insurance. So be sure to tune into that. I will be joined by some very special guests. One of them we will unveil this Sunday on the Valley Sports Guys podcast, so be sure to tune in to that, our last Valley Sports Guys podcast for quite some time, as we will be...
Explain to everybody what we do.
We're going to be going and bringing back Season 2 of Inside the League once Jeremy enjoys a much well-deserved vacation. So this Sunday at Perked Up Cafe in Charleroi will be our last podcast for quite some time. And we'll have our final 2 picks in the 5th and 6th round by Monessen Forest. And Kenzie Salou, little Curly Sue, will mention and unveil the 5th round pick for Monessen Forest.
All right. I'm going to announce the pick, and then she will say who the player is.
Okay.
So in the 5th round, this is the 5th round, right?
Yep.
With the 21st overall pick, Monessen Flores selects
Maggie Spell from Thomas Jefferson.
Yes.
Maggie Spell from Thomas Jefferson, an 8th grader.
Yep.
Will be joining the Monessen Flores team, and Nana, she didn't miss too many shots.
I honestly, I think we were all standing there. She didn't miss like the whole night. Like,
I did see her miss one, but nobody's perfect. It's all right.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. You know what I mean?
This is the tough thing about winning a championship. You don't have many draft picks the next year. You're picking at the end of each round. But Maggie Spell, the first 8th grader off of the draft board, she will head to Monessen Forest. A couple TJ kids picked here in the later rounds, and both to Monessen Forest.
And we must say there is a roster limit. I don't think for the bonus picks, but we're only allowed 2 players from each team.
Yes.
So that's our
if
Thomas
people don't
Jefferson
understand the
show.
rules, if you want to explain that, Jose, this is an old rule, 15 probably years old.
Yeah, each team will be limited to 2 players from a particular high school.
Right, play on the same team.
So you have your Thomas Jefferson girls. State Farm picked 2 Trinity girls as well. So those are the limits there. But
okay, so here's where the curveball is, the bonus pick.
Right.
So we're allowing.
Well, let's talk about that after we do our 6th round.
You do have a 6th round pick.
We have to pick our 6th round pick.
Yeah, so let's.
So who's picking this one?
Do you guys know who you're picking?
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know.
Okay. Yeah, Mia she'll come up and do this one. I totally forget who it is here.
No, you don't.
Do I?
You know who it is.
No, seriously, I wasn't really paying attention.
We're multitasking.
This is
multitasking.
This is exclusive coverage of this.
It is. This is not an outtake.
So
this is the real thing.
I had my eye on her since the first day.
Okay.
Riley Corrins from Trinity, sophomore. I really liked how she played. She was very smooth while she played for a sophomore. Had a great presence on the floor, and that Trinity program is always developing awesome girls.
You can't go wrong with it.
You can't.
For sure. I do remember. I think the first night we were talking about her a little bit, so I paid a little bit of attention to her. Decent size. I mean, I know it only says she's 5'5" here. I think she might be a couple inches bigger than
I
that.
think that's wrong.
I don't think that's right because she had pretty good size for being such a young player, and yet another sophomore to our our team.
There were 8 Trinity players eligible to be drafted, and I think a good portion of them were taken.
And actually, it's kind of the ones that showed up. That was part of the problem.
Yeah, I think half of those girls I think were taken.
Right. Anybody I think from Trinity that showed up who got drafted. I'm trying to look down here.
Yeah, I think so, but like we said, you can't go wrong with anybody from that Trinity Hill program. A winning mentality straight from the start. And
you can thank the Phoenix for that because they paved the way.
They did.
You know what I mean?
Sure did.
We started the first round with a Trinity Hiller, a senior in Alyssa Clutter, and we end the 6th round with a sophomore from Trinity in Riley Corrins. And we are going into the bonus round.
And
Chad, you want to explain this?
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Why?
From what you just said. You know what I mean? Like you see the forest for the
good
trees.
Segue.
That was fantastic.
It was good.
Okay, so here's the bonus section. What we do is we're going to add one more player to each roster if they want. Okay, and we're actually we just voted on this before we went live. Tommy, we are adding the 12th if you want. Okay, so new rule to the league to the girls' side. We're going to add the bonus, which we were going to have last year, but we will have the 12th player allowed to be selected. Now, these 2 can go against the 2-school rule, so that does not apply to these guys. Just so everybody's clear on that.
So everybody here is getting 2 picks.
If they want.
If they want.
Okay. So they what I saw you guys doing this is you call it out if they're going to want it. Raise their hand and they'll come up. If they
So
want
we'll call it out. So I'll say Cedar Brook.
Yeah.
Is there a
If
reason
Mariah wants it, she'll come up.
Is
and
there a
make the
reason
pick.
you wouldn't want it?
Yeah, just roster size. They're hard. 12 people is a lot of people to get in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's just so
There-
much talent.
That's the other
you
thing
know what
too,
I mean?
and you have vacations that play a role in the
and
summertime.
Here's the
It's
problem, and here's something that Tommy and I talked about on the phone the other day. Last year we didn't have the situation. Everybody was there. I mean, Bria and Nana and Noah will tell you all 12 of their players last year, all 10, 11, how many they had, came to every game. Am I right?
Yeah.
It helps when you're rolling to an undefeated
Right,
season,
but
too.
I mean, this year is going to be a little different because AAU's here, and there are going to be people that are missing games.
For sure.
So the girls' side, again, this is a girls' side rule. If you want the 12th, you can have it. It's a coach's call. So I'm going to.
So this bonus round will include 2 picks for each team, or just
if they
in
want
sequence.
it. So
the
we're
same
going to
way we
go
were.
Cedar Brook. We're going to go in the same draft order, correct?
Right, correct.
Okay, so first up we have Cedar Brook. Coach Ward, are you going to make a pick?
Okay,
come on up and make it.
What's
it's
that?
killing me. The anticipation.
Yeah,
and just,
this is the wild part here.
Yeah,
because
it's,
this is almost like, are you going to build for the future?
Yeah.
Or are you just seeing somebody that was left on the board that you
right.
can't believe it's still there?
Or do you
know
need
what I
a
mean?
senior for some leadership or
Correct.
something? I mean,
Mariah Ward's
there's
going
a
to
lot of
set the
things you could
tone
do.
here in the bonus round.
I almost want to not give her another pick because I think you've had enough. I think you've had good picks today, Mariah.
We'll see what she has in store here for this bonus round pick.
All right, all adjusted. Here we go.
For this bonus pick for Coach Ward, Cedar Brook selects Ruby Morgan from Trinity.
Ruby Morgan, and
The Trinity
that
girls.
was a
continue
big
to
unknown because we didn't know much about her, but can't go wrong with Trinity, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go wrong with it. Having another Trinity girl will be really, really great, and her height.
Right.
And you know what's funny about this pick, Mariah? This is one of the picks that somebody told me, hey, this is a girl to watch out for, but she didn't show up to the draft and didn't have huddle.
So you don't know.
So,
Right.
I mean, for us to take we trust
Yeah.
people, but.
You know what? It's a risk, but I'm willing to go for it.
Yeah, I'm Trinity. It's Trinity.
I'm willing to go for it. I'm willing to go for it. And I Googled her before I came. Some things came up, so.
Oh, okay. Due diligence. That's what they call it.
Google.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, I Googled her before I came. So something came up. I liked it, and I'm happy.
There you go. Bonus pick here for Cedar Brook. Ruby Morgan, the sophomore from Trinity. And now we're going to see if Larry Cash is
So,
interested in a.
Edward Jones,
Bonus
Coach
pick.
Cash, does Coach?
Oh,
he's
ready.
running up here.
He's ready.
He didn't even bring his cane or anything. He just
Yeah,
running up
what's
here.
that all about? Like, he you know what it reminds me of, like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
When he does the
when
somersault.
when he gets out. Yeah, that's what this is. Go ahead, Larry.
My head's too small for this thing.
All right, Larry.
Okay, my 11th pick would be Carla Dupa from Latrobe.
Kara DePilka.
DePilka, correct.
Okay.
Okay, Kara DePilka is off the board. Another one of the 2 Latrobe players that made it to court time for the tryouts. Good sophomore. I know. Did you see anything particular you liked from her?
Just like the way she played. She
played
was,
hard?
Yeah, she was steady.
Okay. So Kara DePilka is Edward Jones's bonus pick. Another sophomore. There's a run on sophomores right now. We got a lot.
Edward Jones
taken here.
got 3 of them. 3 sophomores here now, so building for the future here, Larry.
Trying to.
Good senior there in the first round in Ivana Sales, and now a couple sophomores to add to that nucleus here for Edward Jones.
And that's one thing I noticed that that we're taking here is not a lot of seniors off the board. A lot of underclassmen.
Yep.
Though. I mean, you had Sales and Clutter obviously, and then Jasmine Dunn was the only other senior taken. I think there were 6 or 7 in the draft. What, 6?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of just a very talented crop of sophomores. I mean, looking at our list here, I mean, it's mostly sophomores and freshmen, but you realize that there is that talent, and if you want to build for the next couple years, and you want to take a flyer and knowing that these are talented young players that can help you not just in the future, but even now, you might as well go after them here, especially now with 2 bonus picks. That kind of changes the whole game here.
So Coach Slagus has given us a nod. So she is, hey, no tampering over there with AMD.
Yeah, what's going on?
I think
over
they're
there?
discussing
No
are we discussing a trade?
They all come to the games together, even when they play.
They do.
They're playing each other that night. They all 4 of them get out of the same car. It's yeah.
You're gonna start showing up in an old church
one
van
game,
or something.
Bria beat Slagus, and Slagus still gave her a ride home.
Right. Yeah. So, all right, Coach Slagus for Lee Supply. Who would you got here for your first bonus pick?
We're going to go Macy Miller from Mount Lebanon.
Yeah.
Macy Miller,
Smart.
Coach McConnell Miller's daughter.
Yeah,
from,
basketball background right there.
For sure, another
Really?
coach's daughter.
Does
Coach Miller coach a good team or something? I don't know.
Does she have?
Are
her brothers and sisters?
McConnell's really good at basketball?
Did they play? I thought they were
Hey,
soccer players. No, okay. Kidding,
But,
obviously.
yeah, Macy Miller from Mount Lebanon, but the daughter of Trinity coach Kathy McConnell Miller. Man, Chad, I should have returned her call today. I forgot. I'm sorry, Coach.
We were hitting golf balls.
But, all right, you know anything about her, though?
She knows basketball.
Well, there
She
you go.
has to, right? She almost has to. Like, it's in her
she's
DNA.
Good. She's good. I was just talking to Coach Ward, and she said she's heard a lot of good things about her, so I'm excited to see her. She hasn't been at tryouts, but
I'm glad she
breaking
made
up
high
the
expectations.
breaking up the freshman train of Lee Supply here with a sophomore, and all three sophomores here in the bonus round as well. So
Right.
everybody looking to build for the future here with these bonus picks.
So,
Jeremy, we're going to do one.
just one, or are we going to do 2?
State
next?
Farm. State
No,
Farm is next.
Oh, it's AMD.
No, AMD is actually next.
It's
No, State
no,
Farm
you know what?
is
It's
next.
State
Farm's
Farm.
Yeah,
next?
State
it's
Farm is next.
the original.
It's the
It goes
red
back.
That's right, it
draft
goes
order,
back,
yeah.
okay.
So State Farm is
So
on the
Chad
clock.
had that wrong.
Yeah.
State
Tommy
Farm.
Rodriguez will come up and make his bonus pick. We're going to get another sophomore here.
Chad messed that up, too.
Sorry.
We
No, it was a cut and
apologize.
paste situation
Right,
from the first
right,
field.
Exactly.
Mhm.
All right, Coach, who do we got?
Okay, State Farm's going to continue the youth movement.
Oh, here
and
we go.
take freshman Cameron Piper from Penn Trafford.
Cameron Piper from
Penn Trafford.
Penn Trafford.
What do we know
No,
about her?
well, I was hoping she would come to the tryout, but I used some connections. I called some of my Penn Trafford people, and they say she's an up-and-comer. So we'll see what she's got.
If she's a big
At this
guard,
point,
5'10",
she's
you know?
yeah. Again, has size as long as she
And only a
is-
freshman.
You're right. As long as she didn't lie on her sign-up form, we're gonna go for it.
Kids do that? We've
No.
seen that. We've seen that a couple times.
Let's see. Who was it? Ty Iwaniki.
Ty Iwaniki.
5'8".
Yeah, he's
Shows
he's
up
7 foot.
He's 7 foot tall.
6'8".
I remember telling Naz.
He
I
was
like,
dropping the ball in the basket.
There's no way. I know this kid. There's
Right, for
absolutely
sure.
no way. Sorry about that. I missed the cut on the video, but it's back to you guys.
Oh, back to us. Okay, so
I'm multitasking a lot of things here, guys. Sorry about that.
Florist is back on the clock. You guys
I
gonna make a
have
bonus pick?
been informed that we are making a bonus pick.
Yes,
Huh?
we are.
Yeah, we could have
Curly
her pick
Sue?
it. Curly Sue, get up here. Put the headphones on.
Come on.
She'll tell you her name, and we'll,
Or-
our official ball girl / manager.
Listen, this is her second year.
Right.
This is her
She's
second year.
officially a veteran.
You want to? Mia, you want to go over there? Oh, she could. Yeah, she could go with you.
Put the headset on. She wants to do the headset. She's big time. She
Good, big time.
for us peons
All right,
there.
the first
ahead.
bonus pick here from us and Florist. Who we got, Curly Sue?
Arden Minetti.
Arden
Arden
Minetti, an
Minetti.
8th grader.
Unknown.
Unknown.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Madonna
Plays-
Catholic, I believe she
Yeah,
goes
Madonna
to.
Catholic. So, Chad, tell us a little bit about her. You're the one that knows her.
Well,
She did play hard at the tryouts.
listen, she played very hard. I've seen her train. Actually, when Bella got into basketball a couple years ago, she would be at all the training with Coach Kevin Parker and Coach Timmy Tyrese. And, she's a twin, and her brother ball out together. I was kind of upset that Jude didn't get to make the the actual roster for the boys because they only take the 8th graders. But, Arden's a baller. You know what I mean? She's going to be the future of our team, and I'm kind of setting her up that way. She's going to play. This girl's going to play. We knew what we were going to do. We knew we were taking her in the bonus. I even told her dad. But she can play, and I think a lot of you guys are going to be
the biggest thing I noticed from her, like, and the other 8th grader we took too, Maggie Spell. There was no intimidation factor on the court.
No,
they went up against the seniors, the juniors, the sophomores, and
if
they
you
went
didn't
hard.
have the sheet I provided for everybody, you wouldn't have known how old they were.
Right.
There's no way
sure.
that anybody would have said that girl's an 8th grader.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's how you know, Jose.
And I do have to, going back to Maggie Spell for a second, Casey Mack better be ready for the court kicks.
Oh, she come hard.
2 different colors?
Oh, yeah, she did have 2 different colors. You're right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
2 8th graders here picked by Menneson Forest. You got a
future.
Latvian 12-year-old you're going to pick with the second bonus pick, or what?
class of 2030s here.
Well, that's a legacy. She's just going to be put on as we don't need to draft her.
But, so AMD, do you need a bonus pick?
We're going to take it, but we're going to take the clock.
They're taking the 2-minute clock. Okay.
That means we got to talk about something. Talking about the Valley Sports Guys podcast, which I will not be there for the final episode of the
I mentioned
spring.
that to everybody. Yep.
But I did find something today. The official John Wayne book of dad jokes.
Wow.
All right. Well, it's going to have to wait about 8 weeks.
That's awesome.
Don't be surprised if I don't throw them in at the end of Inside the League, which you can tune into in 2 weeks.
Did we never get the pop that we
No,
bought?
I don't think we did. I am parched right now for sure.
Yeah, Inside the League in 2 weeks. So we will be starting season 2.
Yeah.
Excited about that.
Yeah. We just got to find somewhere to do it.
We'll find somewhere.
Yeah, we'll find
an abandoned warehouse.
Back alley somewhere.
Chad's house.
We'll figure it out.
probably.
Chad's house, my deck. Yeah, nice big deck now. So.
I would do it at my house, but I don't have a yard, so.
We could all sit on the stoop.
We could sit on
like
the stoop.
Like
Could
back
be
in
like
the
stoop
day.
Kids. We could do that. I got a stoop.
What was the old church across from Jefferson Playground that was down further? I used to sit on that stoop on Reed.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. Real
Byzantine.
small. Yeah, something real small.
AMD is
all
ready.
Right. Noah Yarton is here, and my pen is now gone. So, all right, Coach, what do we got?
We're going to take Brianna Dawson from EF, freshman.
Brianna Dawson, good bloodlines there as well. Jocelyn and who was the other sister?
T's daughter.
Yeah.
Scott.
But, yeah, good bloodlines there. What do you did you see anything from her in the tryouts?
We're kind of just taking a flyer where we like it that she plays hard. We've seen in the tryouts, and we hope that she could just come out and give it everything she got.
Yeah, 5'8" guard. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. And obviously, you have another Elizabeth Ford player there and Bailey Brinson. So, not a bad pick here in the bonus round for AMD. AMD still making moves, even though their roster's been full already.
Right? A lot. Okay, so we're on the second round of the bonus
Are we
round.
sure this is the last round of bonus picks?
Yes, this is the last round, and I'm just, I don't even remember how many shirts we ordered, but
hopefully we have enough.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll be subbing for so-and-so and take her shirt.
Right, exactly.
But Cedarbrook, Coach Ward, here she comes. She's going to take another one.
Mariah, don't stop. Look at her. Look at her go.
She's smiling already.
Look.
She knows she's going to pull out something here. That's gonna.
I should have never asked you to be a coach. This is gonna backfire. This is gonna backfire. I know it.
All right, Coach. What do we got?
All right, for my second round bonus pick, Coach Warden Cedarbrook selects Lily Kearns from Bell Vernon.
Lily Kearns from Bell Vernon.
Lily
not at the tryouts. I think vacation.
She is on vacation. And
but I know we had a conversation about adding some size.
That's who I was going to pick if we were taking the second one.
We were seriously. But the thing I noticed from the basketball season at Bell Vernon is she hit her free throws. She can make some baskets under the hoop for you and got some size.
Yeah, I have a good guard group. So I still wanted to try to stack my forwards a little bit, just in case, you never know. Anything can happen. So, I wanted to just have another solid.
I'm really, really upset with your drafts. I'm actually depressed right now, Jose. She got them all.
I know.
Dude,
It helps.
You're the team.
It also
I
helps.
think everyone had really good picks. I did.
It also helps in this case that you're sitting next to her high school coach too. So you can get a little bit of background on her.
Yeah. We were being Coach Legs were having a discussion and made a decision.
Made a decision. You got some insider information. All those coaches over there are tampering with one another's rosters. I got a serious problem with that. But
So
yeah.
I'm excited to see Lily Kearns.
So while you're up here, let's get a quick recap. What do you think of your draft, real quick?
I'm gonna be on. This is my first draft. I never did a draft before, but I think I did fairly well. Unfortunately, my assistant wasn't able to be here through the process. But she helped me out a lot.
Talk about your assistant real quick.
Shelby Jennis.
Yes.
West Mifflin.
Yes.
She played at West Mifflin. I
Yes,
remember
Shelby
her. She followed
Jennis.
us on Twitter.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Shelby Jennis, West Mifflin graduate. She's going to Fairmont State. Great player, man.
She's going to play for a former Cal U Vulcan in McMichael, right? Jennifer Michael, I think. I forget her name.
Great
Yeah,
player.
she's a good
I have her younger sister on my AAU team, Abby Jennis. She's just a sweet girl, Shelby. And she was fresh eyes for me because she's a fresh graduate. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So she's seen most of these girls. You know what I mean? So she was fresh eyes. I'm excited to have her on the bench.
Smart.
What a draft from Mariah Ward.
She's like the yin to Larry's yang.
I'm just kidding. Speaking of Larry, Coach Cash.
Come on, Larry.
Does Coach Cash want a second bonus? I know he'd been complaining about his bench.
Right.
He wanted some talent for the bench.
And I mean that in previous years, not this year for Larry. I was
right.
previous
But
years,
he said he wanted to shore up his bench a little bit, so I'm sure he's going to get that bonus pick here and see what he got.
Well, I got a girl from Kentucky coming in.
Kentucky.
No, okay. I'm going to pick
jugs.
Tori Sandusky.
Tori Sadesky
Hey,
from Norwin. The Norwin Knight shows up.
Go Knights.
Go Knights.
She's a junior. She's 5'6", and they say she's a pretty good shooter, so that's what I need.
I mean, all these Norwin kids are good shooters.
Except you.
What can we say? Well, I didn't play basketball, James.
But so
Larry,
Coach,
how do you feel about your draft here?
Oh, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah?
I think we should be able to compete this year, which I think all teams are going to be able to compete, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, it seems like every team, the competitive balance of this league is at an all-time high right now.
And we kind of knew this was going to have to happen after last year. We knew that this was going to be the year where there was parity, So, Larry, you did a great job this year. You did, man. I mean, I used to chuckle last year when you drafted, but you did great.
You know what, man?
Love you, Larry.
I had the number one pick last year.
Yeah.
And the number one pick I had last year, she's the number one pick this year. Well, this pick is for Coach Girdich, okay? He wanted this girl on our team, so this pick's for him.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's probably, Yock being close to Norwin, he's been able to see her, a fair share as well. So, good pick. The Norwin Knight gets off the board, and Slag? No,
Slag's going to pass?
We're going to pass here.
No bonus for.
She's like, I can already beat
She
you
got to
all.
juggle playing time, so.
She's like, I can.
You want to talk about your draft anyway, even if you want to pass?
She's looking at the fan.
Oh, all right.
So we'll see what she comes up with here.
I hope it's Zydrunas Ilgauskas' niece.
What? All right, Coach.
We're going to select Pascal Alzak from Plum.
Wait a second.
Sophomore. 6-footer from Plum High School.
You guys are in trouble now.
One of them was hurt.
It was the older one, I believe.
We've halted.
Chad.
I don't want to jam you up. Hold on.
And I think
Like, what
she
do you
was
think
the
of your
one that
draft?
hurt. The older one,
I'm
I believe,
excited
was the
with
one
our
that was
draft.
hurt. I think it was the older one.
Was it at tryouts?
No, it wasn't at tryouts. I don't think. I don't know. Chad, Commissioner, what's going on?
Talk to us, Chad.
I wrote it down on a piece of paper that it's since
disappeared.
Yes. I would say that.
You know what?
Take them both.
What?
hold on.
So if you haven't heard yet, tune into the Valley Sports Guys podcast on Sunday, and have some fun here as we discuss this pick. A little bit of controversy. You need some controversy every once in a while for the ratings.
We can never do anything.
I'm like 90% sure. That's why when you said that, it kind of. I'm pretty sure she's hurt. So if you would like to take Tatum, her sister, who's a freshman.
Is she hurt to the point she
No,
can't
she
play
wasn't
all
playing.
summer?
No, she wasn't playing
She
at all.
wasn't
Yes,
okay.
exactly.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it was the younger one.
We'll take the unhurt Elzak then.
Tatum.
Yeah,
Tatum was her name. Okay. The one that isn't hurt, you're taking.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. That's my
A
fault.
freshman from Plum. So either way, Caitlin Slagus is getting either a freshman or a sophomore.
Correct.
So you still have another young talent to add to this bunch. What do you think about your draft here?
Oh, we're really excited, actually. I think we got a lot of missing pieces, but I'm really excited to get to see them all play together when we have the meet and greets here next week.
What do you think about the meet and greet?
I like it. I mean, we didn't do it whenever I played, and it was sort of just show up, get your T-shirt.
Cut the sleeves off.
Try to remember all the names.
It was show up, cut the sleeves off, and then play your game. Remember, everybody would just be there with scissors, cutting their. That was the thing back then.
Well,
for those
everybody
girls.
wanted scissors that first day, for sure.
Right, it was funny.
It was a little awkward at times too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, what do you think about your draft?
I'm excited about it. I think we got a lot of good players. I mean, there was a ton of talent, so it was really hard to choose, and that's what we were talking about a lot at the table, about how many good players are out there that unfortunately we just don't have all the spots for. So
right.
Hey, I just got a text. London Creech transferred to IMG Academy in Florida. She's not going to be available all summer.
Oh, that's a shame.
Sorry. I tried.
I can't wait till she dunks on you.
I'm going to reach out to IMG Academy and get them up here real quick, and maybe they could snag her away. But yeah, I think you had a pretty good.
It should be easy to write about.
It's going to be very easy to write about.
It's going to be a good league.
It'll be a good league. I think the key word here is parity this year.
Yes.
I think there's going to be a lot of good teams. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Who we got?
State Farm.
State Farm is on the clock.
Is State Farm interested in a...
Coach Rodriguez has selected a piece of pizza in the second bonus round.
Yeah, I am. Listen, I want something to drink. I actually
Looks
don't
like
even
we're going to have a guest picker. Two guest pickers
Wait,
here.
come on up here, Tessa.
Taylor Kovac and Tessa Rodriguez will come up and
Paper, rock, scissors for it. That's all.
And make the pick. Assistant coach Taylor Kovac and Tessa Rodriguez, who is on the team.
Come on, Tess.
Who's going to put the headset on?
One's there for
Tessa's
moral support. Okay, go on.
Who State Farm got here?
We like to stick with our Bell Vernon girls, so we're going to go with Kenzie Soliga.
Good take.
Kenzie Soliga, the sophomore forward. State Farm's second bonus pick.
Is that their only Bell Vernon?
No.
Her and Tessa?
I believe so, yes.
I believe so.
Second Bell Vernon player taken here in this second bonus round.
Hey, that's only your second Bell Vernon play, right? Cool. Oh, yeah, it's bonus. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. All right. Okay.
And it's MoFlo's turn. Are we?
Yeah. Right.
Are we done, or we want to bypass on a pick?
We're gonna pass.
We're gonna pass. Okay.
Vanessa and Florist will pass. No pick, and will AMD add to their? Adding to their championship team, 14-0 or 12-0. Why am I saying 14? You guys are going to win 2 extra games in the preseason. What we got, Noah?
All right, with the last pick of the draft, we're going to take Demetria Cox from Baldwin, sophomore.
Yeah,
that's our no-brainer. I guess you have her sister, right?
Yep.
Right.
Got some chemistry there. Be ready to...
Demetria Cox from Baldwin will be the last pick of the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League Girls Draft for 2021.
I mean, the real question I want to ask is Bria tomorrow, like how she felt about Noah, steering the ship.
She already gave me an A+.
Did she really?
A+ draft
from the sky.
will be.
Well, I mean, you only had to pick 4 girls.
Right, we'll be back back here in a year picking 6th again.
It's like, as long as you don't pick Jeremy, then that will be fine.
I hear what he said.
Man.
We'll be picking 6th again.
Oh, there you go.
Shots fired.
A statement by AMD
I mean,
to finish
he's
this.
probably not wrong. So.
Yeah, right.
But
yeah.
We knew that, though. We called that last year. You remember?
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
there it is, another successful draft here for the Mon Valley Independent Summer Basketball League, and some names that weren't selected here tonight, but I think these are players that are going to be really the future of this league. A lot of young players that still have years of eligibility, so definitely have to keep coming out, keep trying out, and I'm sure these are names that we're going to see in the future.
Without a doubt. I mean, there's just so many talent. There's so much talent that just ran into a year where there's just not a lot of open spots right now. But, yeah, definitely keep coming back. I was making a late push for another bonus pick, but I got outvoted.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I'm sorry.
Oh, Chad didn't even look at his phone.
How are you outvoted if the head coach didn't
I'm
vote?
doing like 18 different things over here, guys.
But that's all right. That's all right. We're all right. So,
yeah, good draft.
I'm
really,
excited.
I think everybody did a fantastic job. I mean, there's so much talent that really, like I said before, the competitive balance of this league is at an all-time high.
I'm really looking forward to getting up around 2-3 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
And reading your story.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to writing it and then not going to bed. So
right.
Yeah,
you got to go to the airport,
Yeah, I got to
right?
go to the airport. So we're very excited to see what happens this year. Good luck to all of our coaches, all of our teams. And I guess we'll sign off here
I think
from
Kenzie just
Cedarbrook.
passed out on the table.
Kenzie almost just passed out. But
yeah.
for Jeremy Salou, I'm Mon Valley Independent Assistant Sports Editor Jose Negron.
I'm officially on vacation.
Jeremy's officially on vacation for the 12th
It's officially
time. If you didn't know, he's going on vacation. So I'm Sports Editor Jose Negron, not assistant. Signing off. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.